It's time to go all in. Hey, what's going on, guys? MinDQ77B here. Welcome back to another episode of NASCAR Thunder 2000. This is episode 34, of course, the EA Sports. It's in the game. 500 here at Talladega Superspeedway. Remember our last time Talladega winner? We had Andy Houston, of all things, that ever winning Talladega. You know, we need another first-time winner this season. I agree. We definitely need a first-time winner again. And it deserves a guy who was pretty much struggling the entirety of the season. No, we're gonna actually try our best to win one of these races. Anyway, let's go to the garage and just see what we can try to figure out with. Apparently, I found out too that these crew members aren't exactly happy with us right now. And all I can say to that is, cry about it. Of course, we gotta go to the garage. Of course, we're gonna be I'm going to go all in because we're going to be overhauling this engine for 2 races to make it 6357. And, of course, switch the engine. We're going to be keeping the chassis the way it is because that's what we have. We're actually also going to be, you know, putting the new engine inside. This 6458 engine, we need this. We need all the power we can get. Of course, we're gonna accept that. Unfortunately, drafting's at 53, but that's just the way it's gonna have to be. We're gonna have to rely on this top-end speed that we have, especially with the OP gear ratio strategy. Hopefully, we'll be able to not blow up. So we're gonna have to adjust the gear ratios accordingly. We have 6 races left for the downforce. That's not gonna arrive until next season. Let's take a look at the point standings, because we only got 5 races left of the season. We're 39th, and we're actually we could lose that spot to Scott Pruitt and maybe even Stacy Compton if we're not careful. But in terms of getting 35th in points, it's probably not going to happen, to tell you the truth. The dream is kind of dead because we're not even close to where we're supposed to be running. But what is interesting though is the battle of the Joe Gibbs cars, Tony Stewart and Bobby Labonte being 1 and 2. Ricky Rudd's in 3rd, Jeff Burton 4th, and Rusty Walls, he was doing great, but then after the last few races, he just fell himself out of contention. Dale Earnhardt has the most wins with 6. Unfortunately, he's not been as consistent as the other guys, like Tony Stewart having 2, and Bobby Labonte also having 2. Rudd also has 2, and Jeff Burton has 3. So, not a whole lot of wins. We have $4,000 in the bank. That's it. I mean, that's kind of what I have in real life right about now. Anyway, let's go into the race and just get on with it. Well, Talladega, here we are. 2 laps to set ourselves hopefully a pole position here. We're going to try to drive away from the rest of the field. That's what I'm planning on doing anyways, is to lead the field and lead by miles. Dude, you haven't even finished like anywhere near like 30th almost all year round. What makes you think you're going to try to win this race? Well, I have a good setup in mind for Talladega. And I'll see you in the 2nd lap when we do the qualifying lap. Coming towards our actual qualifying lap. Already we're at 16th. I mean, look how fast we're going. We're going 194 going into turn 1. But the RPM usage is very, very high, you can tell. 8,700 RPMs. It's pretty high, to say the least. I might notch the gear ratio by 1 in case of a draft. Because I don't want to get past 9,000 and just blow up unexpectedly, because that'd be pretty bad if that's the case. Yeah, we're nearly at 8,800 going into turn 3 by ourselves. Like, what if we have draft? That could be an issue. So I'm gonna increase the gear ratio just a little bit. Let's see here. Oh, this is gonna be a blistering lap time, isn't it? 48.727. We got the pole position. Our 6th pole of the year. And our new fastest lap as well. So yeah, we're gonna put this to 1.03. That way in case we have a draft, we shouldn't have to worry about blowing up so much. Now, on to the main event.
Welcome to today's NASCAR Winston Cup Series event, the EA Sports 500, live on MRN from the Talladega Superspeedway in Alabama. Racing doesn't get any more exciting than this, Barney.
Let me sum it up for you all. 2.6 miles, 4 lanes, 190 miles an hour. Just doesn't get much better. Let's just hope these guys can stay out of the big one.
The Delphi car seems to always finish toward the back.
Boy, that's the truth. That makes it even harder to focus on race day. He needs a good finish today to regain some confidence in himself.
Rusty Wallace will begin the race in the top 5 in points.
Being in the top 5 is a huge boost in self-confidence. I know everyone on that team is very happy with their performance this season, and rightfully so.
Stacy Compton often seems to struggle at the superspeedway tracks.
Boy, is it tough when you're consistently finishing in the back. You start to lose confidence in your team and, more importantly, yourself. Maybe this race will turn things around for them.
Start your engines.
We have a whole bunch of RCR affiliated cars. We got, of course, the RCR team, of course, of the 31 and a 3. Maybe they could give us a bit of a helping hand here in this race. We have Ed Barrier in the race, who had qualified pretty well. We can see Kenny Wallace back there, also a really strong force in the super speedways. After all, he did win the super speedway race at Daytona earlier in July. So we got to go make sure we go ahead and make ourselves 2 for 4 at Andy Petrie Racing and underway here at Talladega Super Speedway. We're going to try to well, unfortunately, these guys are going to get better off takeoff speed, but we're going to have I have faith in this car. Oh yeah, them two are going to be shaking and baking back there. But this is why we have the gear ratio adjusted, to make sure we don't redline the engine too much. Remember, if it goes past 9,000, there's a chance of blowing up. We got Mike Skinner leading the way along with Dale Earnhardt Sr., but we're going to say none of that. We're going to have none of that. We're actually going to go down the inside of the Intimidator. Passing the Intimidator on Super Speedway. You never thought it would be possible, huh? And we're going to be down to the inside of Mike Skinner to try to take the lead of the race right out of the gate. This car is lightning quick right out of the gate, but right behind me, just like that, Dale Earnhardt Sr. is going to be trying to push us all the way up there. That RPM is going pretty high already. 8,500 within the first lap. Can we hold on to this lead for 47 laps? We'll just have to see. And Dallenbach is still running in fourth. He's probably holding up those pack out here. So this is just an RCR affiliated 1, 2, 3. As I left the bottom open, you really don't want to do that with Mr. Intimidator right then and there. We're gonna be side by side going off of turn 2. And we're going to make sure we clear him, and we're going to try to bring Mike Skinner along with as well. We're actually going to try to give him a tow. I'm not sure who's back there in fourth, but that might be... I can't tell. I know Labonte's back there. I saw a blue car. Maybe that might be Rusty Wallace back there as well. I think they got around Walling Dallenbach with no issue whatsoever. But now it's just a three-car breakaway between all Chevrolets, ourselves, and the 2 RCR cars. We're going to try to bring this thing home in one piece and in victory lane for Mr. Andy Petrie. As we are on lap number 5, we have a 7-car breakaway from the field, including our teammate Kenny Wallace, who's in that Square D Chevrolet. He's right on our heels along with his brother Rusty. We're still leading the way though here at this Talladega Super Speedway. We're going to try to be the Dale Jr. before Dale Jr. and just be the Pied Piper at Talladega, going back and forth. But no, we did not block the top in time. So Mike Skinner is going to try to take the lead away from us, try to be the first driver that's not ourselves leading this race, and better yet, he will lead that lap, so he will get that 5 bonus points. And Dale Earnhardt Sr. is going to go over and try to take that inside line away from us, and he does. So now it's all about trying to get ourselves back up there with the draft, but somehow we're losing it in the draft. I mean, our drafting set's not exactly the most powerful thing in the world. We're going 199, 200 miles an hour. That RPM is getting scarily high to 9,000 plus. 201 going into turn number 3, 3 wide for the lead, and we will take it back. Slingshot engaged, says our car, and we just made complete mincemeat of those RCR affiliated cars. Oh, my goodness, this is going to be an epic battle all race long, it seems. Hopefully our pit crew does not fuck this one up. I will hope not. Look at the gap that we've pulled. This is a 7-car breakaway. Look how big the gap is. Look at the mini map on the top left. We have pulled away from everybody in this race so far. Just the 7 of us. We're going to try to bring Kenny Wallace along with us, though, because he is our actual teammate. give a little bit of a team order, try to get him up there to make it a 1-2 for Andy Petrie Racing, and he does. Andy Petrie is now 1-2 in this race. The 56 and the 55 are trying to be tandeming out for the rest of this race, hopefully. I know in real life, Kenny Wallace actually did finish second in this race, and it's probably his closest he ever got to winning an actual Winston Cup race. But no need to worry, because he actually did win a race in his career mode back at Daytona. So he's trying to go 2 for 4 in the Super Speedway races so far. But here comes Bobby Labonte trying to take a huge advantage of Tony Stewart-Smith's fortunes for qualifying, it seems. And he's going to try to take the point lead away from Tony Stewart in this race. A late season charge, it seems. We're going to go try to head back to the top and pick up old Kenny here. And we do. Wow, 7-car breakaway. This is amazing. This is amazing stuff. How are we just like pulling away from these guys? I just don't understand. As Kenny Wallace hits the apron, what are you doing, man? The racetrack's over here. Right front says it's wearing down, and unfortunately, well, we were going to have to take 4 tires anyway in this race, but Mike Skinner retakes the lead away from us. His car is very strong today, and by the way, and now there were 6 because we lost Jeff Burton. He's now back in that little pack that's over there. So we have a 6-second gap now between ourselves and the second pack that's behind there. So we're actually going to be trying to get a tow off of Mike Skinner here, as once again we're going way too high in the RPMs. We're going to have to dump Dick out of the way. And we're gonna have the car naturally try to slow down for us. Anyways, we're gonna take the lead lap away from Mike Skinner. Kenny Wallace wants to get we just been switching positions so much back here in a 6-car pack. It's incredible. All being dominated by the 4 RCR affiliated Chevrolets of the 56, 55, 3, and 31. We have a couple stragglers that come out on turn 3 and 4, so I'm not sure who that would be in the last place spots there. But if it's one thing's for sure about me and in this game specifically, because I did a Daytona 500 stream in Thunder 03 not too long ago. The AI can kind of get in their own way, so hopefully we can try to take advantage of that with the other guys. Hopefully not with Kenny though, because we're gonna try. Remember, the goal now is kind of like having a 1-2 finish with Andy Petrie Racing, the 56 and 55 finishing 1 and 2. That is great. That would be amazing to see. I don't see Joe Nemechek anywhere, so unfortunately we cannot make it a 1-2-3 like I hope. But a 1-2 finish nonetheless would still be a very good day in the office for us, as we're actually in the target window of being a halfway on fuel, 13 and about a half laps from here. We may have to start coasting a little bit though. I mean that could be a bit. No, we'll be fine. Fuel wise, we'll be fine. Kenny Wallace just keeps going under that apron though. I'm not sure what he's doing there, but he's running that no bull color as well, I believe. So that's awesome to see. I always thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, Dale Earnhardt's trying to make a move on the outside. I think that might be Kenny Irwin Jr. because for some reason he just doesn't have the. I know I keep saying this every restrictor plate race. Yeah, that's Kenny Irwin right there. Unfortunately, I think that might be an error within the mod itself. Probably I think 1.25 I think fixed this issue. If I'm not mistaken. But I know the 1.20 version, Kenny Irwin will always finish in last at the Super Speedway events, which is kind of sad, really. But that's just what I'm seeing anyway. He's awfully slow on the race pace. Is he even making minimum speed? Either way, he's going to be a bit of a factor here for these other leaders here. Who's going to get held up? I have no idea. So now we're all on the outside. Mike Skinner is going to say, "No way, I'm not going to get involved with this." And Kenny Irwin's trying to figure out what lane he wants to go into. Who's he going to block? I have no idea. Hopefully not our teammate. We're going to try to lure him down to the inside. No, we have to lure him to the outside, it seems. Because he's going to go down the inside, and Kenny Irwin's losing it on the racetrack, and just like that, it just messed everything up. All the AI cars just got held up by Kenny Irwin right there because of the little slip-up for some reason that he had. And now we're going to continue to lead the way by ourselves, going 195. Maybe that'll be enough for us to help us out with the pit strategy, because knowing our pit crew, it is not exactly the most reliable thing. Oh, he's holding him up really much. That gap that we built up as a 7-car pack just completely evaporated like nothing. Almost nothing. I think they're still catching up now. How big is this gap that we have? I'm going to have to go take a look once we come across the start-finish line. They probably finally got around him now. Yeah, Kenny Wallace is still in second, so that's good. But man, it was okay. It was originally 0.85. That's not true now, but maybe it'll refresh at the start-finish line. And once we get off the backstretch, I'll show you. Okay, so what is our what is the gap now? It is about nearly 5 seconds. So it really kind of held up most of the people. Now even like I think Labonte might be off the stuff now. So it's just now a 3-car pack, I guess, at this point for them. But these 3 are also gonna catch up as well. And maybe even they're gonna bring back Jeff Burton and maybe even Jeff Gordon. So where is our other teammate at? Oh, Michael Waltrip's having a decent day. Why? Where is our other teammate at? Oh, Tony Stewart's not having a good day at all. Joe Nemechek is back at 35th. So that's not a great day in the office for Joe Nemechek, but for everyone else, though, in the Andy Petrie stable, we have been cooking. We are absolutely cooking here today. Leading all but 1 lap as an organization.
You're running on fumes, buddy.
Very low on fuel indeed. We just managed to get our tires to be very red as well. We're going to have to come on in this time around, pit road-wise. And that's now only a 4-car breakaway. So now it's just only the two, myself, the other Andy Petrie car, Mike Skinner, and Rusty Walls. I think that we're gonna have to come on in this time. I think. We can try to wait another lap to try to see if we can get some more people to come on in. Nope, we're bailing. We're bailing. Just in time. Look at that. No damage repaired. Everything else is fine.
Okay, you got it.
Now, don't mess this up. I know I probably should have just waited 1 more lap to come down pit road, but we need a money stop here. Money. Come on. All right, that was an okay stop. So we're back on track now, 21st with no mistakes for once in this pit crew's life when a race actually does matter. And now the rest of the field needs to come on down the pit road at some point in the race as well, so don't you worry about that. Hopefully we can manage to, they won't be able to pull away too far from us. Otherwise, we could be in trouble. We have to rely on the AI again at some point.
Lead cars are pitting.
So now it looks like some of the lead cars are finally heading down pit road. I'm not sure who's staying out, but it's really being a bit of a thorn in our side at the moment. Still only 44 seconds back. We're trying to get a little bit of draft off against our man, Bobby Hamilton. We're going to try to make a pass on him off the corner, it seems, here. Probably on the outside, because he's probably going to block away our way on the inside. But we're going to go down the inside anyway, because we're the absolute rebels that we are. Somebody else is merging out of the pits ahead of us. I can't tell who that is, but yeah, running 18th right now, still waiting for the rest of the field to come on down pit road. I'm not sure if this is a lap car or not in front of us. If not, that may be Dale Earnhardt Sr. I can't even tell who that is. But either way, we're catching him at the rate of naught. So that could be Dale Sr. We could potentially use him as a draft if that's the case, which it isn't. I think that's Robert Presley. I thought I saw a darker color, but of course I was wrong about that situation. We're going to use Presley as a bit of a draft, and we're just going to slingshot right by him, put him a lap down, it looks like there, as we're up to P13. The leader is now in the pit, so we actually need to push as hard as we can. So it looks like our teammate Kenny Walls actually did get in front of us out of this whole mess, it seems. So we're actually going to try to push him a little bit, try to get past these 2 RCR cars in front, try to give him a bit of a push, and we do get around him. We're going to try to pull away from these guys, and hopefully we can get away from this traffic that's in front, because that's going to really mess up the entirety of the plan if that's the case. Hopefully we'll try to lure Kenny down here. Try to avoid those lap cars, and he won't. He won't avoid it. He's going to go be right behind Kenny Irwin. We're going to try to bring him down low. No, it's Rusty Wallace that takes the lead away from this race. Dave Blaney's going to be a lap down, and oh my goodness, there was almost a collision coming out of the pits with Ed Barrier there, the 90 car. But now it's a 2-on-1 with Andy Petrie versus Rusty Wallace. We're going to try to get a tow off of Dave Blaney, who's trying to keep himself up in this pack. We're going to try to lure Kenny Wallace down below, but Dave Blaney wants to be a bit of a blocker. And now Rusty Walls comes down the block, but there's another slow car in the way. We're going to go down around the outside. Bobby Hamilton is going to give us a bit of a leeway here. And we're going to take the lead again, once again, here at Talladega Superspeedway. I think the other guys are going to... Oh, Bobby's really holding them up now. So we're going to have to wait for a huge run to come up from them at some point in this race as well. We take the lead. We're still leading this race away. Yeah, the other RCR cars have caught up, too, because of that little mishap from Bobby Hamilton being in the way. Thanks, buddy.
That's another 5 points for leading the most laps.
Oh, wow. For the first time ever, we lead the most laps in an actual NASCAR Winston Cup points race, according to our crew chief there. Very good stuff indeed. That's 10 bonus points for us in this 56 team. We're going to come from 39th to wherever in points, hopefully. Probably like 38th or 37th at this point because of how well this race has been for us. Again, it's been an awful season otherwise besides these super speedway tracks, unfortunately. It's just how it is in this, for your first season, your career mode. We kind of just lost them. I think Bobby held him up for a long period of time. I think they still holding him up right there. I think it's just Rusty Wallace finally getting around him, so he's kind of by himself at the moment. Yeah, eventually they'll probably get around, but then we have a huge wad of lap cars in front too at some point. So there's all right. So there's Rusty and then Kenny. The Wallace brothers are now second and third. Yeah, we're just still waiting to see what's going to be in store for these guys once they actually do catch back up to us, because it's going to happen. The AI are always going to be somewhat faster than you even on an OP strategy such as this at the at this stage of your career. As we approach 11 laps to go in this race, they finally caught back up to us. Both the Wallace brothers and the RCR duo, but what's this in front? We have a huge wad of lap cars in front. How are the AI going to go around this? We're not so sure. But Kenny Wallace is going to try to take the second spot away from his brother Rusty, and we're going to try to lure Kenny Wallace down to the inside and just try to get this draft off of the AI cars in front. Like, we have a huge pack here over here. Now the question is, who's going to be the best guy to get around all this stuff? Because there is a lot of traffic here. And they're not entirely too slow either. So that's going to be really interesting to see how the AI are going to go around. But it looks like mostly they're going to be mostly tame. And no, Kenny Wallace just goes back to the outside. Everyone's going back to the outside a little bit there, as we're making easy work with the AI. But Dale Earnhardt having none of it so far. Oh, but they're all going down to the bottom now as well. Oh, Scott Pruitt being an absolute giga chat in defense all of a sudden. And now it looks like Kenny Wallace is the best one going around. There's our other teammate, Joe Nemechek. We're about to put him a lap down. I know in real life he actually finished third in this race in 2000. And hopefully we don't burn our engine up trying to draft all these guys in front. But we have a huge wad of cars here. I really want the bottom lane though. Unfortunately, but there's just so much cars here. There's like 6 or 8 cars all in a blanket right then and there. At least Joe Nemechek is giving us a little bit of a breathing room here on the inside. Team Motors there, letting the 55 go. We have Dallenbach who started 4th in this race. It's just 2x2. Leading the way, but with John Andretti and Sterling Morrow, they're both going to go a lap down. Robbie Gordon's also in this race, who's the other one that's alongside Ed Barrier. And now it's all a matter if the AI can get around this huge pack of cars as easily as I did. I'm going to say they probably won't, because we're going to try to bring John Andretti with us and try to see if we can get something to work with there. Unfortunately, Joe does not have the speed right now to help us out a little bit here, it seems. It looks like we're going to have a little bit of a GM alliance with the 43 car of John Andretti. The real 43 driver in my book, in terms of him or Fittipaldi. Judging by the mini-map, it seemed like they had problems. They had absolute problems trying to get around some of the lap cars. And every one of the top 4 that were behind us, of Rusty, Kenny Wallace, Earnhardt, and Skinner, they all had problems trying to get or still having problems getting around some of the lap cars. They might have like another pack just come aboard. We got Jerry Nadeau who's coming up a lap down, and John Andretti being an absolute legend, pushing us all the way through this race. And maybe even Jerry Nadeau for giving us a little bit of a tow as well. This is great. This is just great. We're nearly 5 laps away from winning our first career win in the Winston Cup Series. The AI are struggling to get around each other. They're tripping up over their own feet. I feel like this is how I won the Daytona 500 in the Daytona 500 stream, really, where the AI just get up over themselves, and we just pull away from the seams because they get tripped up on a huge pack of cars, and you know they're not as intelligent compared to like the later NASCAR games how to get around each other. So we're just taking advantage of an old exploit of the gaming system, it seems, and now Jerry Nadeau is our new pushing partner, it seems. Sorry, John. You are a legend, though. This time by 2 laps to go here in the EA Sports 500. Unfortunately, Jerry Nadeau got held up by Kenny Irwin Jr. for some reason being the slowest car on the track. Yeah, I think he's 3 laps down now, that 42 car is. The AI are still long gone, by the way. They're still back there. They're nowhere near us. In fact, we pulled away from Jerry Nadeau because of that little mishap with Kenny. There's no one here. We're out in clean air. If a caution comes out now, it'd be pointless. We have enough fuel. Our tires are fine. The gear ratio set up of changing it from 1.04 to 1.03 was the best decision probably race pace wise. Qualifying should be fine with the 1.04 or even 0.5 if you want to be ballsy. But the white flag is out. 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank. Once again, no one is near us. There is no issues whatsoever. Nobody is nearby. I'm nowhere near in front of anybody. Nowhere near behind anybody. We're just all by ourselves. And down the backstretch we go one last time. I just hope Kenny gets around those guys and help them get ourselves a 1-2 finish for Andy Petrie Racing anyway. That's the dream I'm kind of hoping for. It may or may not happen, I don't even know, but I already know for one thing, as we come off of turn number 4 for the final time. Going down this long-ass front straightaway. It ain't by some miracle this time. We win the EA Sports 500 at Talladega. It is party time here in Talladega Superspeedway. You bet your sweet Bobby we're doing burnouts here. Once we get to the oh, that was neutral. There we go. Yes. Oh, the struggles all season long, man. So much struggling. And because of an exploit of the game in terms of making our car more powerful as the higher RPMs. Oh, that's amazing. We gotta do one down here. Oh. Oh, that's amazing. What a win. What a race. What a drive.
A rare caution-free race.
Well, that's good news for all these race teams because that can mean one thing: no major wrecks.
The Delphi car was out in front for most of the race.
Well, the credit will go to that entire team. They've been working hard all week to give their driver the fastest car possible, and boy, was it fast. Absolutely incredible.
This is MRN signing out for now, and we hope you'll join us again for another exciting NASCAR Winston Cup race real soon.
Yes! We did it! Andy, are you there? Richard, are you there? Yes! Yes, let's go, dude. Talladega, finally we win one of these races. This continues the streak of a single career mode rookie season in my games where I'm not winless. We win the EA Sports 500. Oh, fastest lap aside. Look at the money reaping win. $662,000. And Kenny Wallace did end up finishing in 4th. Ah, crap. Oh, he must have got held off a lot more than I thought I would be, apparently. Anyway, for the first time in his career mode, in this career mode, not Thunder 04, but in this career mode, we get to sing Ode to Joy. That is correct, folks. We managed to win the race here today. A very dominant performance by us. A near 8-second gap. 39 laps led. We got the most laps led. Of course, we have a max points day here at Talladega. We got Rusty Wallace second, Dale Earnhardt third. If only we were the one car, we would have been 1, 2, 3. That'd been perfect. Kenny Wallace ends up finishing in fourth, having a really solid day for Andy Petrie's 56 and 55 team. I'm a little sad we didn't finish 1, 2, but I'm okay with what we got here. Skinner finishes fifth, Jeff Burton sixth. Wow, Labonte seventh, so he actually will definitely gain points on Tony Stewart, it seems. Ward Burton 8th, Darrell Waltrip 9th, and Michael Waltrip 10th. The Waltrip brothers finished 9th and 10th. For some reason, Darrell Waltrip is very good at these super speedways. As we had to take a look at the rest of the field here, where did Tony Stewart finish? Because Chad Little actually had a pretty good race in 20th as well. Tony Stewart did not finish very well, it seems. Did I pass him already? I must have passed him. Where did he finish? I'm an idiot. He finished. Oh, he finished 15th, but he's still going to lose the point lead, it seems. Let's see. Our teammate ended up finishing 32nd as well, so not a pretty good day for Joe Nemechek in the office. Unfortunately, Kenny Irwin finishes 3 laps down on pace, not even because of the DNFing. He just ends up being just that slow on pace, it seems. Bit unfortunate there. Brett Bodine, however, ends up with the DNF, with the engine failure. Look at the money we have now. $563,000 from $4,000 to $563,000. Let's go. Oh my goodness, we have gained +4 on the prestige as well. Chassis repairs are complete. We're gonna be overhauling some shit next time around, that's for damn sure. Wow. Delphi must be happy. You better be happy. 71 happiness rating there. And 70... Oh, okay, that's the same sponsor. That's right. And you are at 84 happiness for Academy. My gosh. And O'Reilly's just... Oh, just O'Reilly. Wow. What a series. Now we go to Rockingham next. No. I mean, I'll gladly go to Rockingham if this was like iRacing or NR 2003, but... I don't know about this game. But anyway, what a first race win for us, and it's in the career mode. I wish it didn't take me this long to do it, but it took about the same time anyway for Thunder 04, where that was my first career win on the rookie season at Talladega by some miracle, it seemed. But this was no miracle. We were absolutely crushing the field with this gear ratio setup. Absolutely powerful, and it doesn't help. And it also helps that the AI had a little bit of trouble getting around some of the slower cars, it seems. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed that first win as much as I did, for sure. I needed that. It was so reaping the rewards. If you liked the video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. It helps out the channel quite a bit. And as always, we'll see you in the next race at Rockingham. But for now, I'm gonna go drink. And off to celebration. I'm going to be drinking the rest of that champagne that we got at Talladega. So I'll be drunk with that, and I'll see you in the next episode.